Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So this is our first video and we have started with the subject pathology, and our today's topic is cell injury, types of cell injury and reversible cell injury. Cell injury is the most important topic according to the university point of view. Pathology. Now we are dealing with this. What does we mean by this term pathology? What does the pathology stands for? Pathology is the study of structural, biochemical, functional changes in the cells, tissues, organs during the disease state. What does pathology means? Like during the disease, when someone has occurred with the disease or someone is suffering with the disease, there is a change. The structural, biochemical, and functional changes in the cells, tissues, or organs study is known as the pathology. There are the four core aspects of pathology. First one is etiology, pathogenesis, morphology changes, and clinical manifestations. What does it mean by etiology? Etiology means by the causation. Like किसी डिसीज के पीछे कॉज क्या है, ये इटियोलॉजी का मीनिंग है. पैथोजेनेसिस. व्हाट डज वी मीन बाय पैथोजेनेसिस? पैथोजेनेसिस मींस लाइक बायोकेमिकल एंड मॉलिक्यूलर मैकेनिज्म. अगर कोई डिसीज हुआ है, उस डिसीज के पीछे बॉडी के अंदर कौन सा मैकेनिज्म हुआ है, वो भले वो बायोकेमिकल मैकेनिज्म हो या मॉलिक्यूलर मैकेनिज्म, इट मीन्स बाय पैथोजेनेसिस. मॉर्फोलॉजिक चेंजेस. मॉर्फोलॉजिक चेंजेस मीन्स बाय लाइक स्ट्रक्चरल चेंजेस जो किसी सेल में हो रहे हैं. It's known as morphological changes, the structural changes which are occurring in the cells. And clinical manifestations, like functional changes which are occurring in the cells or organs, which leads to the clinical consequences, is known as the clinical manifestations. Now this is the flowchart of the cell injury which I have taken from the Robbins 10th edition. So let's see. When normal cell goes through the stress, it tries to cope it with the coping mechanism like adaptation. When the cell does not have the ability to adapt, or the inability to adapt of the cell leads to the cell injury. Or else, if the cell undergoes to the injurious stimulus directly, leads to the cell injury. अगर किसी स्ट्रेस अंडर स्ट्रेस में रहता है तो वो उसको कोप करने का ट्राई करता है बाय एडेप्टेशन मैकेनिज्म. अगर वो सेल एडेप्ट नहीं कर पा रहा तो सेल इंजुरी कॉज हो सकती है. अब नाउ द सेल इंजुरी हैज टू टाइप्स, रिवर्सिबल सेल इंजुरी एंड इरिवर्सिबल सेल इंजुरी. रिवर्सिबल सेल इंजुरी रिवर्सिबल सेल इंजुरी ड्यू टू माइल्ड और ट्रांजिएंट इंजुरियस स्टिमुलस, एंड इरिवर्सिबल सेल इंजुरी ड्यू टू द सीवियर एंड प्रोग्रेसिव. व्हाट डज इट मीन बाय सीवियर एंड प्रोग्रेसिव? सीवियर मीन्स वो इंजुरीज को वो स्टिमुलस इंजुरियस स्टिमुलस कुछ ज्यादा इंटेंसिटी का था, और प्रोग्रेसिव या फिर कम इंटेंसिटी का स्टिमुलस कुछ ज्यादा लंबे ड्यूरेशन के लिए रहा जाए, उससे भी इरिवर्सिबल सेल इंजुरी होती है. इरिवर्सिबल सेल इंजुरी इज फर्दर क्लासिफाइड इनटू टू टाइप्स, नेक्रोसिस एंड एपोप्टोसिस. इरिवर्सिबल कहने का मतलब ही यही है कि क्या कि वो सेल का मतलब एट द एंड डेथ ही होने वाला है. तो उसके दो मैकेनिज्म से, एक है नेक्रोसिस एंड दूसरा है एपोप्टोसिस. नेक्रोसिस एंड एपोप्टोसिस दोनों एट द एंड सेल का डेथ ही कॉज करने वाले हैं. एंड रही बात रिवर्सिबल सेल इंजुरी की, रिवर्सिबल कुछ आफ्टर सम मैकेनिज्म इट कैन गो बैक, द सेल कैन गो बैक टू द नॉर्मल सेल. As I have told you earlier, cell injury is of two types, reversible and irreversible. Irreversible has two types, necrosis and apoptosis. Now, अब cell injury का accurate definition. What is the accurate definition of the cell injury? The definition given in the Robbins is, if the limit of adaptive responses are exceeded, or if the cells are exposed to damaging insults, means if the, as I have told you earlier, if the cell is as soon as the cell undergoes through the stress, it tries to adapt. If the adaptive responses are exceeded, if it has a more strong intensity stimulus, it leads to the cell injury. Or damaging insult. What does they mean by damaging insults? Like if the cell is deprived of critical nutrients, if we didn't give cell the critical nutrients which are responsible for the maintenance of the structural integrity of the cell or its normal function. अगर किसी सेल को अपन नॉर्मल जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स उसको चाहिए किसी उसके स्ट्रक्चरल इंटीग्रिटी को मेंटेन करने के लिए या फिर उसके फंक्शंस को नॉर्मली ऑपरेट करने के लिए, वो अगर उसे ना मिले तो ऑब्वियसली सेल इंजर्ड हो सकता है. सो इट कैन लीड टू सेल इंजरी. And another reason is the mutations. If the mutation occurs inside the cell, like mutation से जनरली क्या होता है, म्यूटेशन से सेलुलर फंक्शंस चेंज होते हैं. जो इसेंशियल सेलुलर फंक्शंस अगर चेंज हो जाए, if there is a effect, if mutation affect the essential cellular functions, so cell injury will occur. What are the causes of cell injury? अब causes of cell injury बहुत सारे variety के. There are several types of causes of cell injury. It starts from the mechanical trauma to the cellular abnormality. Cellular abnormality means like mutations. The first causes of cellular injury is hypoxia. It is the most common and most important cause of cell injury. What does it mean by hypoxia? Hypoxia means like hypo means decrease, and oxia means oxygen, O2. So decrease in oxygen or deprivation in the oxygen is the meaning of the hypoxia. If there is a deprivation in the oxygen, it means there is a decrease in aerobic oxidative respiration. Whenever you can see this symbol in the notes, it means it leads to the reducing or decreasing. When there is a decreasing due to decrease in oxygen deprivation, there is a reduce in the aerobic oxidative respiration. Simultaneously, there is the increase in anaerobic respiration. So, what are the causes of hypoxia? The most important cause is ischemia. Ischemia is the scientific term for the reduced blood flow. अब ischemia एक scientific term है जिसका मीनिंग ये होता है कि ब्लड फ्लो रिड्यूस हुआ है वो उस पर्टिकुलर टिश्यू और उस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गन या उस पर्टिकुलर सेल को. The second cause is cardiorespiratory failure. Cardiorespiratory failure. When there is a failure in the heart, when the heart is unable to pump the blood effectively, due to which the blood is not reaching the particular organ, it can also lead to the cell injury. The third cause is anemia. What does you mean by anemia? Anemia, in the case of anemia, there is a reduce in the normal RBCs, due to which there is a decrease in the O2 oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. जब किसी को एनीमिया होता है तो ऑब्वियसली नॉर्मल आरबीसी का काउंट कम हो जाता है. नॉर्मल आरबीसी का काउंट कम हो गया तो उससे क्या होता है कि ब्लड का ऑक्सीजन कैरिंग कैपेसिटी भी कम हो जाता है. उसकी वजह से ऑक्सीजन भी उस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गन तक कम जाता है. इसलिए उससे क्या होता है उस ऑर्गन को हाइपोक्सिक स्टेट में सेल इंजरी हो सकता है. देन अनदर कॉज इज कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड पॉइजनिंग. एज यू हैव सीन, हमने फिजियोलॉजी में भी देखा है. एज यू हैव सीन इन द फिजियोलॉजी, कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड हैज द हाई एफिनिटी rather than oxygen for binding with hemoglobin. So in the case of carbon monoxide poisoning, it replaces oxygen from hemoglobin and it binds itself. So carbon monoxide is not essential for the body. So in the case of carbon monoxide poisoning, hypoxia occurs, which leads to the cell injury. And the fifth case is severe blood loss. In severe blood loss, like if there is a mechanical trauma or someone has undergone through accident, अगर किसी का एक्सीडेंट होता है, there is the वो काफी ब्लड लॉस हो जाता है. काफी ब्लड लॉस हो गया मतलब उस पेशेंट में ऑब्वियसली वो ब्लड इफेक्टिवली पंप नहीं कर पा रहा. उसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है, ऑक्सीजन कम जा रहा है, which leads to hypoxia. The second cause is physical agents like एक्सीडेंट, जैसे कि मैंने पहले बोला, मैकेनिकल ट्रॉमा. Second one is burns and cold. This is also like any kind of accident. Third one is electric shock, and fourth one is radiation. Then third type of cause is chemical agents and drugs. What does I mean by chemical agents and drugs? Chemical agents like insecticides, pesticides, and even the like industrial hazards, or occupational hazards. Occupational hazards, like if someone is working in the coal mines. In coal mines there is like excess of carbon monoxide. So we have discussed about carbon monoxide poisoning here. Again, side effects of some drugs also leads to the cell injury. Again, and the most important, oxygen toxicity. Oxygen toxicity also leads to the cell injury. The fourth one is the infectious agents. Infectious agents like bacteria, fungi, microbial agents, and everything. Fifth one causes immunologic reaction. Immunologic reaction like autoimmune disorders. There are several different types of autoimmune disorders like myasthenia gravis and rheumatoid. There are several types of autoimmune disorders like myasthenia gravis and rheumatoid arthritis. The sixth cause is genetic abnormalities. Genetic abnormalities like Down syndrome, sickle cell anemia, damaged DNA, and misfolded proteins. Sickle cell anemia, as I told about anemia first itself. In case of Down syndrome also, it leads to the cell injury, damaged DNA, and misfolded proteins. And now the seventh cause is nutritional imbalances. As I told you earlier, like when there is a like proper nutrition is not there, essential vitamins and minerals are not there for cell. So उससे क्या होता है, सेल की इंटीग्रिटी, स्ट्रक्चर को अफेक्ट होता है, जो उसको मेंटेन करने की चाहिए, या फिर फंक्शन को अफेक्ट होता है. So protein energy malnutrition or protein calorie malnutrition is also the cause for cell injury. Anorexia nervosa. Anorexia nervosa क्या है? Anorexia nervosa is the psychological disorder in which the person takes the inadequate food consumption. Inadequate food consumption is known as the anorexia nervosa. The third one is the obesity. Obesity, most specifically, you can see about diabetes. And the fourth one is the composition of the diet. The diet should be rich in the like essential required vitamins, minerals, and proteins. If the diet lacks all of this, then cell injury can occur. Now we will see about the reversible cell injury. In reversible cell injury, we can see functional and structural alterations. Functional and structural alterations. The another thing we can see is the mitochondrial dysfunction. There is a dysfunction of the mitochondria. हमने बचपन से सीखा है. Mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell. Powerhouse like it synthesis ATP. As soon as the mitochondrial dysfunction occurs, there is a decrease in the ATP synthesis. Due to decrease in the ATP synthesis, there is the failure of sodium potassium pump. Failure of the sodium potassium pump, it doesn't mean here कि like sodium potassium pump completely बंद हो जाता है. I does not mean like there is the sodium potassium pump stops completely working. The failure of sodium potassium pump here means like the sodium potassium pump activity is affected. Activity is affected means like sodium potassium pump opposite way में काम कर रहा है. What does that mean by opposite? I will show. Now this is the normal human cell. Normal cell. The sodium potassium pump is affected when the normal function of the sodium potassium pump is it excretes 3 sodium outside and uptakes of 2 potassium inside. Now the sodium potassium pump is affected means this is the normal function. 3 sodium outside, 2 potassium outside. Affected means now it will work in the opposite direction. Opposite direction in the sense it will take 3 sodium inside and 2 potassium outside. Now we will learn about osmotic potential in the earlier classes. Osmotic potential means as soon as there is the increase in the solute, osmotic potential also increases. As soon as the cell is uptaking more number of solute like sodium, so osmotic potential of the cell increases. As soon as osmotic potential of the cell increases, water moves from the outside to inside. There is an uptake of water inside the cell. Water क्या करता है सेल के अंदर जाता है. As soon as the water सेल के अंदर जाता है, there is the cellular swelling. Obviously cellular swelling होगा. Cellular swelling occurs due to water uptake. Not only cellular swelling, or cell organelle swelling also occur. Cell organelle swelling. Cell organelle swelling में particularly endoplasmic reticulum. अब एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम में जैसे स्वेलिंग होता है, there is a detachment of the ribosomes from the rough endoplasmic reticulum. There is a detachment of the ribosome from the rough endoplasmic reticulum. अब सेल स्वेलिंग हुआ तो सेल के स्ट्रक्चरल इंटीग्रिटी डिस्टर्ब हो गई. If there is a disturbance in the cell structural integrity, there is a blebbing of plasma membrane, which is responsible for the maintenance of the structure of the cell. A clumping of nuclear chromatin is also seen. A clumping of nuclear chromatin, it is due to acidic pH by anaerobic glycolysis. As I have told you earlier, there is a disturbance of the in the case of hypoxia, oxidative respiration decrease होता है. There is a decrease in the oxidative respiration. So there is a significant increase in the anaerobic glycolysis. Due to anaerobic glycolysis, there is the accumulation of hydrogen ions. So accumulation of hydrogen ion हुआ तो pH, there will be decrease in the pH. Decrease in the pH means acidic pH. So due to acidic pH, there is a clumping of nuclear chromatin. Now the another change we can observe is a decrease in protein synthesis. Decrease in protein synthesis क्यों होता है? As I have told you earlier, like there is a detachment of ribosomes, and हमने बचपन में सीखा है ribosomes are responsible for the synthesis of the protein. जब ribosomes का detachment हो गया, तो as soon as the ribosomes got detached, they will stop synthesizing proteins. So there is a decrease in the protein synthesis. And another change is the fatty change. There is the rapid accumulation of triglyceride, filled lipid vehicles. Triglyceride का rapid accumulation होता है fatty change में. अब ये पर्टिकुलरली कौन से ऑर्गन का अफेक्ट करेगा? लीवर. So this was all about reversible cell injury. Now we will discuss about irreversible cell injury. Irreversible cell injury has two types: necrosis and apoptosis. Irreversible cell injury significantly मतलब आगे जाके वो सेल डेथ होने वाला है. So it can be by two mechanisms: necrosis and apoptosis. And necrosis and apoptosis itself are the most important topics by the university point of view. So we will discuss it in another videos.